I have to register, get an emailed password to get onto the Wi-Fi.
They asked, but if we're going to use, it's not ideal to do this on a phone. That's Kim's. So we can get that.
If you have an iPhone or a tablet, there should be an app called Dizuki, D-O-Z-U-K-I.
All right, so we're on air.
Check it out. I've never actually been tried it.
I have to register, get an emailed password to get onto the Wi-Fi.
Is this
just on the link? Are we gonna want sound, or is it gonna be too much?
We're just broadcasting, so we should not be hearing any sound from anybody.
I don't know the works on Android, but I know all the iOS buttons.
Figure out the first step. Anybody, what's the first step?
There's no big red switch.
Yep, don't press the go, baby, press the right icon.
Sorry, what are we looking for?
Choose a cycle and power button.
So what is that?
Stop.
So we need to get, can we get this up on your computer?
Yeah, I think the computer's the best way. I'm searching for Go Baby Go.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, right? And only the place can lift was there?
Yeah.
I think the server's just not updated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is Q&A disabled?
Let's try one.
Kim, Tom, do either of you have a flash drive greater than a gig?
Yes.
On you.
Yes.
Super. I'm gonna steal his presentation.
Okay.
Marvelous. Thank you.
Oh, is that through the app?
Yeah, no. Oh, just straight air.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, this is all this.
These are all standard, but I know they've already talked about the insurance and how to have the disability, so they're going to make those modifications after we get the internet.
So when you're bored,
I'll get that.
you need to get one of the girl, Megan, can log into the internet. Megan, can you help us get some more people on the line?
Yes.
Sorry. Just go to,
Go to guest, and then I'll ask you to log in and take it for you guys.
Now they're later now.
There's only two.
Yeah.
so how do we know what modifications Patrick needs?
I'm about to print out.
Right.
Right.
More of just getting to know what we have,
Yes,
right?
yes, you know what, Megan, I'll just come back when they're.
I try to search and right here with my mail and everything.
You have to cut this one.
You can't. Here, I don't. Can you reload your internet? Like disconnect or like disconnect your computer again? The CCSU internet is like really funny because they just updated it.
Yeah, I can't get, even with my regular guides, I can't, when I'm searching, it's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just this.
So I checked,
Yeah.
Sometimes it goes through and then
Go,
sometimes it
and
doesn't, so I might have to go in.
Like I know if I'm connected because all my mail is
Let's switch it to the Blue Net. Cause I have a Blue Net.
Yeah, it is good.
Just outside of there.
Maybe it takes a while. Yes, if I log in. Oh, more sites. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yep, that should work.
So before only me and Don and the team could access changes, and then we should send to the PDF, which you can
I
access.
think it's the server, because we just uploaded right now, we just need to setting. I guess too, I don't think it's uploaded.
So now you can go on
All the mobile
search,
apps.
go to go, and our manual. Now, right now, it's the only manual on there.
Oh, it's a search.
Yeah, it is. Just
Start
like,
from online.
go, baby, go.
It's effective.
I love it because they were like, oh, magic numbers. Go, baby, go. That's
I know where that integration is.
Dot, video.
And then there's like sunsets.
Guys, would you like this right here? Do you want to jump in? You guys can take my iPad for the whole duration. It has it loaded. Okay? You click on the other ones, it'll pop up. All right? Yep, no problem.
Yeah, see, look, I have it here. It's just the place.
I know, right?
Oh, perfect.
A great switch.
So we can pass this on.
Sure. I can take it off your hands or?
So I missed, what did you take off, like the little
I
statements?
took the sheet up, and there was this, which we can use as a back or some kind of support.
So you just took off a couple spots.
It's just, yeah, I think they've already actually done that. So the other, I was just looking at the hearing system. I need enough stuff on the floor possibly.
Before you,
See what that is.
do we want this upside down?
I just turned it upside down so
I was
just
just saying, you can pop the steering wheel off and unplug it and
Okay.
sit flat.
yeah, it's just
So you don't think it's cutting enough like that?
and they marked that,
Which is apparently like step number one.
so it's a screw down.
Smaller size, cut more plastic. Moving the, it's already like a button.
There's two of them.
That's something magnetic that we can.
You know, the one is in here, it drops down into this. You know, if you turn it upside down, see if I can my arm, because it's right in here, one of them. It's not magnetic, so yeah. Oh, there was two screws that,
Well, now this is not right. Yeah, we can. But what happened to the screw? Okay. Guess we didn't need that screw.
I think there's
No,
two.
it went up into here when I turned the whole thing. So, now
any reason why we can't?
there you go. Yeah, now that we don't have to.
Try the next side.
It's just the one.
Just the one screw.
So I think we're supposed to separate this.
Also,
We'll take this. It's just tape. Yeah, just the tape. I mean, we probably would.
We want to undo this whole
Yeah,
thing
it's
here.
When I brought a dead servo.
Okay, good. Thank goodness.
Batteries out. Batteries out.
These people are very nice, they're really over the top. So, how many other? Do you have 8? Alright, so you're gonna go right here. You're gonna go with that. Here, you guys. What else? Morning, how are you? You're trying to get out.
There were. There should be relatively easy to find there.
I'm Jack. Nice to meet you.
Chris.
Chris, nice to meet you. I'm Lisa. Nice to meet you. So this is our student from our Girls in STEM program. We'll be working with you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I didn't even
Beautiful.
You guys doing all right?
Yeah.
I'll go find cutters that
You guys need a pair of cutters?
We do.
That's it. And the tip of those is actually a wire stripper too.
Yeah, we will have the strip wire.
So they know.
Put them together, but it should be very iterative, and if you don't understand please let us know so we can go back and change it.
Yeah, so Lisa, so I took all the nuts out of the cars that we got, and then we just got these like motors and new systems, and replaced them. It was $50 instead of buying these cars for like $3.99. So what do we do next with our?
Well, we're gonna do the steering wheel off and take that part and pull out this
Yeah, this whole
plastic.
thing has to come out.
No, that's just it. This end.
Lisa, here, you want to see? It's awfully little car to have 5 people up there. Like you can just, yeah. So just literally it's showing you. Yeah, like step by step. Practice for tape all the way. Well, he gave us like.
You did? Alright, so I think
There was a good like
here.
wire stripper around. Sure we can get it.
This one. Then gave us this. Sorry. It's easier to
like two.
No, I just like to.
Water.
So this is
Yeah, and that would fall all the way down there. Yeah, we don't want to fall out.
I think that's what it's supposed to
What did I do?
take it there.
Everybody hanging in there?
Just pull it out of the steering wheel.
Okay, pull it out.
So pull it up.
Yeah.
One side is going to go in here, one side will go over there.
So this is,
This is a snapshot, but it's totally different.
that's why that's.
So this does usually just a snapshot of what the lab is like.
All right, so here's our button.
It's like a playground. So even though you're an adult, you can have fun, you can explore. Instead of immersive learning, there's a lot of disciplines right next to each other. So I can actually touch the sewing machine from my engineering table. And the graduate students in research and reading publications can also touch the toolbox. Being in that close condensed space has pros and cons. One is the transformation is very quick. So I'm practicing every day. Even though they're not in my field or in my research or my discipline.
So
Sometimes
I need to undo these and that gets connected in there.
So the the button gets fed into the steering wheel. Replace it. The red button getting fed into the steering wheel to replace.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what
The
it's.
red button goes in the front.
Yeah.
It's something new. It's something different.
But is the steering wheel going to end up looking like this?
No,
No.
Oh.
that's going back here.
So the on-off is going here.
I think you should do this. Want to share to the world and make.
No, it's not good. Which means that we just need to rewire
Goes down to here.
so that this becomes this.
Well, this is supposed to be on the top, this goes down.
Yeah. There's actually a little modification. So, a mother divided the chip. And the reason was,
I think it says this turned off.
she had to go back to the chair type of device, but it was getting stuck
Yeah.
on the side of the so she was
Take it apart. Got it.
There's also a spot in here where this wire can get fed back out.
Now, if you're, there's no way to fix it should we break it, so.
And this needs to get hooked in, right, again, to that. So this can get to the power and whatnot?
No, this is gonna run through here and down through the
So
power.
we're just bypassing this.
That part is going away.
Okay, all right.
That right now, there is actually it's still functional, functional lab. You can actually order ice cream. They do actually take this off into other restaurants.
So they did take it
Sort of the
apart.
process of doing it.
They take it
No, I
out.
know. I'm not gonna-
I like your safety dog.
Because I'm the only girl in half that. There's only like 5 girls in tech ed. I am, yeah, I'm in technology education. and there's only 5 girls, and I'm mostly the only girl in half my classes, and on top of it, I run our student club. So
you're busy.
Yes. This is
Pioneer.
This is why. This is why.
You want some job?
Yes.
Good,
You've
yeah,
been
I have
working on
one.
this for a year now, Megan?
But
You've been working on this for
pretty much.
It's a big project. Thank you.
But I was like, I thought my pink safety glasses were appropriate.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
I tried to get it. We bought lab coats for ourselves in our makerspace. I tried to get a pink one for it. I didn't.
Yell into the mic.
Do you know? Are you familiar with Maker Core from Maker Ed?
Yeah, I heard about it.
We're trying to hire a couple to visit our summer schools and develop summer making programs. So we don't really have any curriculum set up yet, but I would love to talk to you about it. We're really like trying to find somebody. It's in Danbury. But let me give you my card. Touch base later, but it'd be awesome because this program in technical education is something we're experimenting with that also. Pre-K to 12. It's a little nutty,
Oh yeah, no, it is.
but like I'll be
But you
teaching,
gotta be
I'm
nutty.
teaching a game design class, and she's gonna be doing like vertical farming class and then
This is available to the rest.
I'm already turned out.
You gotta be.
Oh yeah, yeah, a little crazy and a little technical, so we try to do that all the time. Sarah, are you on our team? Are you hanging out with us for the day, or are you just here for a little bit?
It's sticking out here.
Here until they tell you to leave? Okay, fair enough.
So,
Yeah.
It's still attached, still showing here though.
From here, take that out. Or do you want it to stay in? Or do you want to we're not sure.
wire sticks out in here.
Which wire?
This is the normal.
Right, that's all gonna be covered up.
yeah.
But you do, you won't need this because this is for, just the noisemaker. That's why it's over there.
This is the
Well, they-
noisemaker, I think.
This was the go button before.
Oh, the top right-hand corner one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The whole entire thing gets covered up, so you can take it out or leave it, whichever you'd like to do. No, you won't need it, because it won't be reattached to the driver, only that cord right
You
there.
attach the button.
Right, and then the button's wired to your driver.
Yeah, you'll end up with some extra.
We just want a handheld.
Also, yes.
So, yeah, from behind.
You
Well,
also want.
Right. I mean, that might be the follower.
what's
the
cool,
parental
however,
kill switch.
this is unfortunate. There's actually 3 switches on here to select. I don't know.
The
if
language.
Yeah, it says a lot of different fun phrases in English,
A lot of fun
then in
things and
Spanish.
Spanish.
Like Lady McQueen in Spanish, and then there's car
It's really
noises.
cool, but
We hate to waste it.
I was
but
thinking of getting one for my.
Yeah. Well, you can have that one.
I
Some of
already
your
have.
most common
I already
phrases.
have the one.
All right. Well, maybe we'll hack this back. No, well, I want to put it back in.
Or maybe you gotta share a pack between
I mean,
two
there's
people.
just, it's all self-sustained.
Right, but
The speakers there, just.
if we can remount this, why would we not want
Well,
the noise maker?
because you gotta be careful. You gotta get the kids in there first to see.
Yeah, if they don't fit like
Do we have those jack trays?
What do we do?
This could also be.
Do we put them in the drawer?
What do you want?
They wanna, some people wanna.
Snap off, take this, and
Yeah, you
make
could
this
have
one.
a modem for it.
So that this could sit on.
Yeah, no, they're gonna wait.
Yeah, maybe.
Are they in that top drawer? Is that where we put them?
Or if that's, down there.
I told them
What brought you here today?
Are you sure?
No, no, we have to call it that. We can call it something else. That's less fun.
Yeah, no.
Did we re-screw that all together? The screws for that are here.
But I guess they might have to.
You guys doing okay with this Velcro situation? And as much as it is Velcro, the most part it doesn't end up being taken off. So don't worry too much about it. We just use it more instead of
There's a little slack in the wires here.
Oh, okay.
Stream engineering position. That should be fine. Good. Yours are better.
So certainly solved our problem.
Yeah, I think that's what they're showing you. Put something on the end of this cable so you have a little weight. So you have a lock
There's
that
a, I have some bolts.
fingers.
Tara, do you have smaller hands than Chris does? Because maybe you can get in there and get that wire. So we're trying to get the wire all the way through. Oh, Tara, right there is where we're trying to pull it out to.
You know what it went down on your car now?
It's in the bag.
If we deliberately push it under and then push it back up through, here, hang on. So I give you that.
Okay, and that's yeah. So that's the whole.
I had a hook
drill
all
a
the time.
hole, put the mixing software in there, and then make sure you're printing.
You actually have an even better one. There's one that one. That's one. Yeah.
And yeah, and we did also we just use all the ordering.
All right, our activation area is installed.
Quarter inch. Is that quarter inch?
Yeah.
Are you doing pictures? You got pictures of our new. Red and blue line.
Over there. And that's how you print it. Because if you wouldn't press Control P on it, it's going to be
There were strippers.
There's a stripper.
Are these the ones that we have to put together? So we just take this right apart, right off?
Shorthanded to me. You messed it up.
You can always put it back.
No, we don't have one.
But that's
Cut it?
Oh, this one.
Yeah, just cut it right off. Cutting is also it is.
Although they did give us quick snaps, which I'm just we have to run size. So.
It's okay, they show us stripping the wires.
I don't know
Did you ever try this? Do you want to?
They pointed in this area.
So you just
and I said it
place it, you know, on there, you squeeze and you pull. You don't want to cut it, yeah. You might have to turn it a little
right side.
Find the right size hole for that particular wire.
So the bottom holes in those pliers are actually hole cutters.
Oh, really?
They cut holes, yes. These are very tricky pliers, they're like 6-in-1. You're supposed to be able to strip with the top of them. So what I would do is have to be very finicky. So those ones, they have like a very simple mechanical advantage. You press it, it strips it for you. But here, what you're going to end up having to do is, so I'm going to cut off just a piece you're working on. And you're just going to want to kind of round out a little bit.
You're gonna do that.
So just cut it and start again. So you find the right size so that it doesn't
Just kind of
break, yeah,
give
break them.
yourself a little bit of
It just squeezes this outside layer.
these pliers are particularly and they have this little stub here. Sometimes it's hard. You use a little stub.
We're not using the wire stripper.
We also
We just
went.
didn't have enough.
We also went and got the better tool.
Oh, you've got the wire strippers. Oh,
We
my
didn't.
gosh.
We didn't for a
I just
while.
gave you those guys because you didn't have it. So you just give in the
This one,
15 gauge.
so what's gonna happen is we're gonna have to go back to the switch.
Just like that. Okay. These are much easier. Those are just like the 6-in-1
I
they
think
say they
that's
can.
Right.
Do we have anything else that needs to get stripped at the moment?
No.
No, just this red one.
You're just going to end up cutting, once you wire that all up, you're going to cut the red one again and wire both ends of these, clip these two little butt connectors on, because that's going to use that mini toggle back here.
Okay.
So don't tie all your wires down just yet.
Okay.
Just do what each step says, and then tuck it at the end, because you're going to end up cutting the red again after you make these wire nut connections
All right.
to mount this
Okay.
two push connectors and the mini toggle.
All right.
That the ends of the black wire too?
I think you're all good.
These are getting the whole house.
Yep, they're all stripped. We're good. Number 24. Okay, now we have to wire one black to a blue and then black to a red.
Yeah. Good try.
You said I thought they were 14 gauge.
Yeah, well, she cut a couple, but she's
Yeah, we just cut the down there. Yeah.
No, we're just gonna close it back in a little while.
So try with that.
Right, but you can't control when they're already on the mini toggle because there's not enough. Okay. I wrote that in the instructions there. I know.
You know what I do? I use like these.
Oh, this, you just squeeze it full. If it's not getting through enough, it's probably
I
easy.
have the.
See what look.
Yeah. That's, so,
So use a bigger one.
no, you do smaller. So the
Oh,
bigger, no
right,
bigger number
duh.
is smaller. So it's an 18, so you just squeeze,
Yeah.
and then you kind of let off the tension a little bit, so when you pull it out.
It's not.
How do you guys feel about that button?
We were just using this too big.
Yeah, when you end up wiring that mini toggle, you're all done. Before you jump to any more steps, once you have a battery, plug it in, stick up the battery, try to make sure it runs before you button it all back up. You know, start working on other stuff. It's not in the instructions. It's
Big wire.
definitely something I recommend. Just try it before you start going. Grab the battery.
It'll work, but they're huge.
Try to run the battery.
You mentioned blue though? You said these two
No,
blue
we're gonna
wire-
cut this again and feed it out the back to do these are gonna get put onto this when we cut this to go onto this switch.
Feeling good?
Ready?
I'm creating a new switch.
So you teach high school?
Yeah, so we're appreciated for our school.
Building a new switch. I'm gonna take pictures.
So hole in the back.
So this is red wire, feed that out the back, that switch.
Did you see the presentation this morning? So John was telling us about the lab they have at University of Delaware that they have been studying children from very young to 7 months, kindergarten and first grade, and serving their needs by making exoskeletons for them so they can move their arms.
Should have to go, there should be a double.
Help them move.
Is it a double?
Yeah, so this is for little children.
Yeah, just keep that. That's
So modify the wheelchairs for really little ones based on their needs. If they can't move their arms, then they'll pull the wheelchairs back closer, or push it to make it go right.
Right, but I can make a presentation, but I forgot the grade.
Yeah, no, I understand. All I can confirm what I'm saying is I can read it if you tell me what it is.
Okay.
Did you not put the presentation?
No, I did not put the presentation. I was going to email it to Google Drive. I know that's definitely possible. I just want to make sure there's the laws and stuff like that. It's just we have to be. So I wanted to double check. There might be one or two kids that are the majority of the presentation
all these individual modifications, and that's going to be very
so feel free to present maybe come back to it.
I'm in vacation.
I can help you with technical stuff, wiring, mounting, and all that. You guys can the left side business, maybe shift that button to the left side. You guys use the left side hand. Maybe speaking of that,
Wires.
make sure you're going
Gotta
to
be
make
made
some
Yeah,
functional
that's part of it.
before you start to shop with it.
Building and portfolio building.
And when you do get that toggle switch mounted, I'd say grab the battery, test it before you all button up the hatches and make it look good. Okay?
We should keep the wires out so that we can before I
Yeah, but I don't think it was.
This part had to get done, and this had the wire that went out. So we're just gonna cut out a section, basically long enough to feed it out. So probably about well, there's more wires around if we have to splice it in. Yeah, it's probably.
Things don't work out.
Oh no, that's.
Yeah, but
It's gonna be super creepy and get up in here, okay? Get my maid.
This is up here. In general, it's just like here.
It's
true.
And this is coming down underneath.
And when everyone saw that, it's just like, what are you doing? It's messed up, it's trash. And I'm like, well, just keep it here. You just kept it there for a while. And all the failure is not. I mean, I love the whole process. One of my favorite things is actually new product development stuff. Have you ever seen like the Yellow Book? The lady who wrote is a good friend of mine. You didn't go on, obviously. So she actually created and managed the whole innovation process at DuPont. And she's a close friend of mine. So she wrote the book for dummies, the Yellow Book, new product development. So it's a great thing. It's all about learning the customer experience. I highly recommend it. If you ever want to talk to her, she's at UD, she's a professor. But it's all about that customer experience, getting interviews, live feedback, data, packaging, the whole manufacturing process, design for manufacturing. That's a big thing that we're trying to do. I mean, you look at manufacturing costs, 8% manufacturing costs is determined by your initial design. So if you want to reduce that cost, right, and make this accessible for everyone, fundamentally you have to understand the whole thing. And that's great.
Yeah, that's sort of what they're building.
I'm letting it work. Alternate materials. So we're trying to do this within the UK.
There's a special kind of wire.
Go to this URL site. After today, it'll be back at 5 and closed. We're actually building the setting process. So this was actually all finished around 3 in the morning. So that's why we had some technical issues. But we're working on, but hopefully the next month. The site should be the infrastructure should be there. So once you're in your class, you want to upload, you're free to create your own classroom area.
What we're trying to give you is
We're just gonna.
he was going to see if there was
So not quite that far. So you want it so that you don't want a whole lot of copper. So you want to trim off maybe like 1/10 copy. You want about as much copper as you have.
I think that's excellent. Stuff on cars, bikes. something more right now. I mean,
That's great.
I do not explore
So
those.
you don't really want it coming out of the face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Good sponsorships.
well, like,
Yeah. What do you need to do? Somebody will say, hey, you want to put a label on this car?
right.
It's 30 grand.
Hi guys.
We have some.
Hi Protein. Tonight you're going to get a little summary on your buddy Patrick.
Yeah, we did actually
Fabulous
get
cars
New
to come
Zealand.
to.
Sponsored by BMW.
I've never met
It's
that.
actually on the first
The info page for his
right there. We even know an ad on the
You
video.
guys keep working
If
on
you
a
come
lot
in
of
to the dealership through the top, you'll get free BMW. And so no one took me seriously. One lady actually went in, she kept asking for help. They finally said, actually, it's real. And they gave her BMW. And they took back her old car. So some Nissan. So they took a Nissan and they sold it to Nissan. All the money went to New Zealand over to go. So I have his sponsorship. I have his text support. It's great. We need one of those guys.
Well, you have one. You have a whole team.
No, he's right. Our team is very, very small.
And then we have to bring this up and
We
not back.
with this one. We don't have a funny guy.
Well, you're
Yeah, he does that. I know he does that. Yeah. It's gonna be easy to send the money to.
You wanna put this up on the?
Yep. That's.
It's right there, it's just a matter of people fingering.
There's money everywhere. I mean, no splash, all that typical NIH and stuff. You're waiting 1 year to start because you're go out there, get sponsorships, get creative.
So maybe you can just do it without moving the washer. I understand.
And make your own.
Yeah.
Car for yourself? Most exciting part.
This is Patrick. Rosie has not met him. She's in this information paper.
Okay. But then you're next to
Okay. I'm gonna call the yeah, I figured out that. I'll get Dr. Yoshino.
No, we just have the thing that says if it's a narrow, if it's a wide seat, he needs support.
Right. But like for Leo, this should be super wide, but like for Olivia, it would be narrow.
Really grab
Was there a piece here?
We work with them on that. But very email us and say, we have
Remember, before you put it all back together, make sure it works. Grab the battery.
Where the batteries.
How many being charged over against the back wall?
Back wall.
They do also have a bunch of different.
Now remember, you gotta have access to that to charge.
and then we try to collect.
We have to have access to
There's
this.
not as much space on this, there's not as much.
But doesn't that just go under the seat?
I mean, it is parallel.
Oh, yes. Later on, you're gonna screw the seat down.
So how does it work in the normal
Yeah, it's gonna be a little.
model? So in the actual car, how do you charge your battery?
Well, that's gonna be from.
I think you take
We're
the
trying
seat,
to address that.
typically you take the seat off.
we have the directions to the actual site, whether it's
Move a little. Because that's the interface.
Yeah, I mean, it isn't so bad.
There's no rush, okay?
so we're racing.
But if, I mean, if you have to unscrew this every time. I don't know, ours is rolled up.
Girls for the girls in front, can you come over near the door really quick? You guys have to move on to your next workshop.
No switch.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
Bye. Thank you.
I'm trying to think about which direction you would want that to go. Doesn't work either way now.
That's another kill switch.
Yeah, holding this is even more effective.
Move off the battery is almost always a guarantee.
Right. Our kill switch is a little cumbersome. You have to unscrew the seat and unplug the battery. But other than that,
Well, the chance of sitting in it.
Right.
Very, very comfortable.
So, can we just?
They really are going to develop
Well, we could, in theory, you could make this, there's not a safe way.
Right,
The
yeah.
short answer.
there's not a safe way to do what?
I mean, you could hardwire the battery into here, take this end and splice it into the line. So that you would charge it while it's plugged in. But there's not a safe way to
But we could,
But that would mean that if you want to, you can drive the charging part. It's not a safe way.
no, I'm thinking more along the lines of cutting a hole down below and having this connection actually happen outside of the car.
So drop that
So
down and
drop-
drop this in upside down?
I hadn't gotten that far yet, but that you would,
Yeah.
looking underneath, you would be able to,
Battery would be coming out.
right, so like
So you'd have this
here,
sticking out that way.
right, so the connection between this and that plug on this actually is like zip tied underneath. So you can just unplug it and plug in the charger without actually having to take off. But that's not,
But do you want
that
it
was
to
just
get wet?
extra.
Will it get wet or will it be kind
Is that bad?
yeah, maybe.
There's a hole in the bottom of this anyway. The battery would get wet.
But that, you probably wouldn't want to drive it. If you go out early on the grass,
You check out the terminals on your car battery. They look oddly similar to what this would look like after a year.
yeah.
In fact, probably way better because it's not going to get salt all over it.
So we have to clean
I don't see a safe way to move the charger out.
Yeah, they're making modifications right now, so they're taking.
So did somebody actually come out of the car? Yeah, no, I was just trying to think of it.
These are brand
I mean, the directions for the car say, recharge battery,
The most convenient thing is that's not that convenient. Say you can do something like have this in the system constantly and just have the plug up here, so you just throw an extension cord on it.
Yeah, that's also not all that.
You'd basically just be driving this, splicing that into one of these two systems directly. There's no
Having a or exposing this connection.
well, no, because you would have to unplug one of these. I get what you're saying.
Right, there's my idea, you're exposing to the elements, and your idea.
This is actually not that terrible.
But
Okay.
If you put this, say you put this on the back, actually,
that'll be fun in a couple of years.
but if you put this on the back, such that if you drive it away, the only thing that happens is you essentially plugs safely without pulling it side to side.
So you turn and have to go all this way to that'll take some time.
Yeah, I would say that that's.
Once we do that, our kind of
And really what depends on how long it's been.
we don't want to get so.
My research so far has shown about 2 hours.
I mean, we get about 4, but ours is bigger than mine.
Right, the 12 volts last that long.
Just figured it out.
This is also much smaller than the 6 volts.
No, this is actually Rosie. This is
Right.
one of my students. And
Folks, are we doing okay over there?
we just talked about how we handle like the different.
Right.
I know little from their discussions. I have personally met some of them. So we're kind of going through
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
but we have
what would be nice is a
ability
port where you
to
could have a plug-in
teach
charger
when they come
in the base of the car. Right, and you could do that with the charger. You can feed it through and cut it.
Is there a reason not to do that?
Weight, obviously, is an issue. You know, we don't want to add too much weight to the car. Overheating is an issue. You know, the manufacturer says plug it in independently. Don't touch my battery. Don't modify it. We already are. You know, but we don't want to now start messing with that power that's coming off the wall, but it's with your wired
Forces them to do that.
And then, you know, you
Make them
can
want to do
knobs,
that.
or, you know, even just the smell of burnt plastic is enough for some of that room there, and I'm messing them up before again.
They're out of it. You have a girl from so they'll figure it out by that. So I would
That's.
I know. But this is a whole.
But you know what? Ideally, you would do is make it slightly bigger.
I can move this whole.
Now, wait, before you ask, is there enough room?
You too.
Liability. And that's why here, you know, these batteries.
We're running an all-day workshop here. So you guys are just here to help the teams out. And I'm gonna split you guys up, like one at each team, and we have a team leader who's gonna try to get you guys involved for the day, have you work on the part. Right now, we're working on the electrical part, and then we're gonna move on to the, it's kind of like a roll cage around it. That's the PVC piping.
And then move them. Maybe
So, you guys are really quick, and you guys involved. So, keep going.
Might actually be difficult.
Hi, how are you?
Once you try, once we have the other stuff going on, the cage and everything, there's a potential difficulty outside.
Looking back at his regular data,
It might actually at that point just be
I'm
easier
not
to
sure what
collapse.
his disability may be. Does it say on here?
Yes, right, so maybe he passed the month.
But we could also be making it so that it's very difficult.
Or maybe you're
Well,
I guess
there's a
we
couple of
can-
done ones out here. Do you want them?
Yeah. Do you know what we're working on? Have they
So I
told you what
imagine that
the?
development sort of is,
Cars
you know, bigger size.
kids so that this would be never.
And so what we were talking about is we were reading the directions for the car and realized that to recharge the battery,
To be safe is,
sit right in
go
here.
ahead.
You have to
put the car all
unscrew the
way
whole
through.
seat,
That's
pull the
what
whole
I'm
seat
gonna
off,
do.
and then
And then
take the battery out and plug it into the wall. So we thought that seems
What
awkward.
we're talking about is,
Trying to find a way so they don't have
it
to
shows
unplug.
up.
So we're trying to figure out like, can
That's
we
not gonna work.
shove these down through here, but then we can both pay, so because this is what makes the motor run, right?
But
So
I don't want to
now
keep
it'll
this
go.
down, and then it shows up, and
You
it's very
suggested
small.
that we may do something worse.
Too legally, you know?
Is
This thing up is amazing.
that seems
how
to
much
be
it
impossible to come off that the car comes over
focuses
the
that, you know, mobility just in a peak down position, not all wobbly.
Oh, yeah?
Your kill switch, I think we should flip, can we flip that kill switch?
Oh yeah, if you just reverse like where the clips were, on is off is on. You know what I mean?
Right.
But as long as it's a kill switch, we weren't too concerned about if this was the on position.
Right, I was just thinking that having it, hitting it down to kill the motor seems like an easier motion.
Absolutely.
So we're
You could just rotate the switch. Like I said,
anyway, so we were just trying to mess around with our directions, and we were
so
getting
he has
into
more
we don't like to follow directions.
Let's try to develop a drive mechanism on his way.
Are you? Is this the school you're going to?
Through therapy, these modifications.
That school underneath?
Yeah.
Right. So,
What grade?
you know,
That's great.
awesome. We need you to know it. The only way you're going to move is
We are doing our school, we're using this as a part of a class. Like,
so now he's got
their
to
teams of
he's got to reach out and maybe have it oriented.
team gets a car.
Wait,
We're
you're come to this class?
no, we're teachers at a school in Danbury.
Do we care about flipping the switch?
I don't care radically about it. If it's a big pain, then it's not.
Not a big thing.
You guys doing okay?
How many more than 3 minutes do you want me to spend?
How many multiples of 3?
How many multiples of 3 is it?
But if I could just give you the modular.
Sure.
You know, you guys are all up is up, down is up, that's almost electrical engineering.
Almost the whole.
Highly skilled.
Did you guys put a battery on yours?
Do you want me to do that instead of just my pet project? I'm happy to work on it.
I've already begun.
So what's the story of your visit here today?
You know how to get the
It was top 15 students, top 15 girls that had good grades in science. Me, football guys.
Nice. So is this like sort of thinking about colleges, moving on after high school kind of stuff?
Megan, I
never got to do anything like that. They didn't have electricity. That's okay.
If you're fishing for compliments, you're not getting it.
Yeah, not from you.
We got people waiting right now.
So if you want to start to build a frame that we're going to put onto it to help support the child, so you get you need to
No, I just made it more. You think you can do it?
What am I doing? I just have to get this on the metal tabs.
Yes.
Irrespective.
In a way that it will come off.
We're just wondering if
This is the first time I get this. Whole idea is experience.
Right, but doesn't which one of them is let's say,
It's on break, or it's not. It's a 3-pole switch.
okay.
It's a what? It's a different
So it's either you have to switch in the on position or it's in the on position, but I don't know where.
That's where they say go
So,
I have already flipped this one,
so that's
that's
off.
off. But now we have to plug this in. Decidedly the tricky part.
And I presume that when you did this first, this
Yeah,
was
the first
out.
time I did it.
This was not a thing. No, I got it. I got it. All right.
That works before you're done.
I'm done. No, not yet. I'm going to get some tape on myself.
Can.
Try again. Yep. That seems to have turned it off.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Although probably we should
Okay.
probably pull it out and tape these down and put it back. No.
No, just stick the tape in between the two and then just wrap them on those stuff. They don't need to be wrapped, they just need to not be able to touch.
They also need to not fall off.
That's
The tape sticks things together.
only when you touch both halves.
You're making this so difficult.
I'm making this easier. Because otherwise we have to pull the switch back out. Whose life got easier? Let's go over here. We've got it. I feel like you're are you learning anything?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want solder? I saw soldering iron. Soldering.
Much better. I don't know. Do we want
No,
to?
that makes a lot of sense if you don't want the switch to come undone. It's the only way to make those permanent. Dribble some solder into the back.
What's going on?
Is there solder?
The table there, the gentleman who drew that, their table's soldered. So if you like, I'm sure they have their soldering iron right there. So what do you guys got going on disability? What are you thinking for us to take?
Okay, I found it.
Oh, okay.
Go to the page and then click on.
So in terms of therapeutic needs,
Yeah. Oh, you had it.
what's going on? Weak side, strong side. One, is there a test on the board? What do you guys think?
Thank you.
Like as we read through it here, needs to move back and forth on the other side of the head. So problem doesn't have great upper trunk strength.
Should we?
So it doesn't
Alright,
make
so he
it
has
like
two 14-inch
no, you can't lift because of your head.
No, the soldering iron.
Yeah, so behind, so he does have the upper strength.
This thing wants to pull back that way.
So when you
I'm moving your copy.
Because you don't want it to be behind the head. Therapeutically, that's challenging. And then it gets up after the body. You know what I'm saying? So it really has this upper strength and it doesn't have that strength in the shoulders and the arms.
And we're gonna solder.
And then it goes up.
We're gonna solder the switch to
All you have to do is run another wire.
So it reduces the chances of that pulling.
That's a better way.
You might as well wait till the end.
So just be thinking, where do I want the switches? You know, I'll set
Yeah.
These two separate.
Don't get rid of it. Don't want
This
to
is separate, so you don't have that piece.
Cam, can I use your camera? You're not a keeper of our
Here was my thought process. So we really didn't get solder on the inside, so I just put it awesome. Or you can just do that.
So
So we just dribble the solder. There's a bit sticking into the rail. We might have to negotiate exactly where that's going.
can we go right in underneath the rail?
I like that.
Excuse me?
Service.
That third handbook that you gave out to
You might have to like. So one of them's like that. Okay, so what's next? So you're making this one here.
We mostly have to do
I think the turn is like that.
That's a certain use of this.
Yeah.
They're
They're gonna go this way.
Oh.
Yeah, try to stick this in my finger or not.
That's 11 inches.
It might just be.
Is that wrong? Certainly will through not mentioned that.
Can you undo this,
Except less messy. Is there anything else that we would possibly want to solder right now?
Not that I can think of. I mean, I guess if you really want to do some soldering, you can find a spot. You could solder these wing nutted connections so they don't have to be. Tom, you could solder the wing nuts if you want. The wing nuts in here, you can solder the inside.
I don't think that's
Nope, it's good. It's tight.
Probably would be good.
There's not enough threads here to do it.
and then just not use the wire nuts?
Yeah. I mean, you could also use the wire nuts, but I would feel better about that connection long term if you decide.
Let's do
So the drill hole is here.
I was almost wondering whether we should slide the line, take it out with it. See if you can slide it.
Just.
Should we maybe do this instead of red? We need a green activation area.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, guys, you doing okay? I would say it's easiest to drill the full hole into these two pieces before you assemble it all together.
Okay.
Okay, just so you know. You can leave these little corners on, but like now is when I would take it over here and drill your hole. Because we're going to do one hole here and one hole here.
Do they have to be specific?
As close to this cap and this cap as you can, because the distance is very tight.
Are they going right to left or top to bottom?
Touch green. But yeah, see how close they are to the edge. So let me orient you here. If you take this piece and you put it on here,
Now, so we're gonna.
your cap is only going to go a little bit past right this little grill there, okay? And that's going to be just like that. So the hole is very close to here,
Okay.
and very close to this elbow here. And once you pre-drill these holes on the ground, hold the whole structure up. Use that same hole you have with your drilling it to figure out where to drill this. Kind of like a gotcha.
So when you're
So one person line it up.
So once you have the 4 holes, 1, 2, 3, and 4, you hold this up,
Oh,
drill
right.
one hole, put a bolt in.
Right.
Drill one hole, put a bolt in. That way you're not trying to play the line it up game. Holes don't line up.
So you're drilling top to bottom?
Top to bottom there, left to right
Left to
there.
right here.
So you're just going to draw a little X, hold it
Yeah.
off the table, and leave. Do kind of press hard, or else that driller will skip off that PVC.
We have 6 viewers, by the way. They're hang out. Should wave to your screen.
You guys doing all right?
Who's watching? If you're watching, go to the chat over on the side of your screen and type in your name. So, do we want to keep going down the road of...
Such an awesome idea. I'm gonna come back later on. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You can like put a little something on it.
What were you saying? I was saying whether or not we want to continue the pursuit of the external charger access. Or do we want to keep, do we want to move into the, just stick with it? Because I agree, like you can get that seat off out there.
Oh, that's good. My personal opinion is that this belongs on the back of the car. This gets wired inside.
Like hardwired
straight
into
into the
this
circuit. For
No
no reason not to.
There's one team who just drilled the hole at the bottom and just
Get this sort of straight in.
right out.
Right, so we were talking about doing that and putting both the plugs so you can just unplug it on the bottom. So we were going to do that. This would be another way. How do we mount this to the car?
I wouldn't mount it to a car because we got a problem with that whole piece.
The spoiler aerodynamics wouldn't work very well.
This hand, just don't put your hand close
This
to
here,
it.
so you
Far
just
enough
pull this
away.
off.
So you're gonna wanna make sure it's nice and straight.
Or we could even Velcro it up underneath. So you don't actually see it until you need it, and then you can just pull it out.
That would be good.
I really like the idea of wiring this in front.
Yeah, but we may hire Megan, by the way, for summer at those 2
Don't put your hand there.
We might as well.
We wanna keep.
We're already mentally down this road, so
That's not gonna fit. But
we're cutting it off, right? All these connections.
Before we do that, just figure out which side's going where. So.
Yeah, let me know if it works. Well, no, because I like their group just drilled a hole right through here.
Mhm.
And so the
And
wires,
they put all of these through?
yeah, they put them all. So what happens is that this whole thing is just right there.
Red is black and black and
I'm going to
red.
cut this off here so that we have the connections.
Well, hang on a second.
We're just going to splice this into those before you solder these. That's all that should have to happen.
So it's just it's the same circuit?
Yeah.
Are you sure that when you plug it into the wall, the motor will start?
I found a problem with this side. We have a hard switch here. If you don't have the switch to the on position, the circuit's broken. It won't charge.
Right, but will the added outlet electricity from the motor?
No, it's still. That's like if the battery. Oh no, hold on.
Because if you have it all just wired into the same thing, I really am asking. I do not have any knowledge, but it would seem to me that if all of a sudden I'm supplying electrical power,
So you need a second switch.
to hardwire it in.
So
we go back to putting it accessible.
we could just jump these out. Doesn't help. We'd have to jump this part. These two need to basically get extended to a really reasonable place.
Isn't
You guys doing okay?
isn't there a reasonable place just right underneath?
I guess, but it means you have to go into the car to get to it. If we could jump this out, this one doesn't need to change, but if we can make this wire
Of like the process, yeah.
then I'd feel pretty comfortable.
And then what do you want to like run them back over here or something?
Yeah, so that you just unplug. I mean, I don't really care where. You have to side.
We're gonna add a voltage.
So what we're gonna get the we're going to put the recharging system outside of the car. So there's still some stuff we need access to. You need the body to start
Yeah,
drilling
because
that
we have
on.
to drill here and here to melt this.
All right, so we'll bring our question to you because we haven't reached a conclusion about it. We want to give access. So two plugs need to come out the bottom of the car so that you don't need to pull the seat off into a charger. So the question is it worth it to splice more length into this cable and then like have them accessible to someone here, or is it okay to just put the car over and have it underneath? What do you think?
My experience is that the more moisture that gets into these, the faster they break. But for you guys, if you want to do that,
Be nice and good.
then I would say away from the wheel, like away from wherever.
The only reason I wouldn't do it underneath is if they take it outside.
Right.
The ground clearance isn't very high. So if you are going to do it, come out the back.
What about right up in here?
That's fine. Just, I wouldn't also have any visible wires near the kid because parents get uneasy about it. As safe as it is, just, you could tuck it in there if you like, but then there's the grass and there's dew and all that and rocks. I'd rather just be in the back if you're going to do it at all. We have about 50 feet of extra wire over there.
Okay.
So you can run some independent pieces of
I probably want to use all of it.
Yeah. Do whatever you have to do.
Yeah, I took a
Somebody
picture
else
of
here, I guess, has
the
hooked it up
tablet.
too.
What you also need to do is next to that against the wall.
That's what it's supposed to look like. I like it.
That is the idea of what it's supposed to look like.
Right.
I took a
That helps.
picture for placing that here so they get an idea of where it's supposed to go. Justin, you have to.
I have zero concern.
Here, girl.
Circuits don't really.
Right, but this is something that, like, every week, somebody is going to unplug and plug.
Right. I think it's all
Yeah. The only thing I'm thinking is where it's rotated, which is not really a huge deal. I think maybe we should just
I would
make
like
it.
it as close to the kill switch as possible. What? For Patrick?
I think the deal just a little bit because you want
I kind of. I would come out here because it's the only place that's not accessible.
Right.
That one below right here is you guys get to get there.
Yeah.
As opposed to
Right.
so.
But
Well then,
That's the problem with the schools.
So we do need to splice some length into battery. Right? I mean, it's gonna need, we need to extend that battery wire no matter what. What I want you to do is turn that, I mean, turn the screw.
You just want you to come in.
Isn't there a screwdriver that will do that job?
We can do our idea with this. I was being stupid. We're putting this direct to the battery as opposed to the in-between connector. The other wire, where these wires were cut and where the wing nuts are, would run the motor. But if we put this direct to the battery, the kill switch is still before the motor. Does that make sense? If we splice this not into this part of the switch, but into this, so that these are basically here always, our kill switch is still stopping this from powering from the battery. This is between the motor and the battery. This needs to just go straight to here. Make sense?
It does, but I don't see how. So I don't understand how, if this is plugged in, right? So this will always be plugged in. So our circuit is a thing.
In theory, if this power switch is on and you're plugged into the wall, yes, technically, this is going to run at the same rate as the button board with the motor and the battery. If this and the battery are one unit, this always has power, assuming it's got charge. This is not currently turning the motor.
So we should get his old battery and test this here.
Yes. That's what I'm hearing from him.
I'll go get it.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm right, and I'm pretty sure it is.
So I'm gonna assume that screw's gonna come from in here.
And then we're gonna need that.
We're down to one viewer.
Maybe we can run this idea for you, and you can see what you think. We want to cut this and slice it in here, okay? So that the parents can charge it without having to remove pieces of the cover. And so what would happen?
I would not do that. I would keep it separate.
Okay.
For safety purposes. I would not do that. This is meant because you can overheat it easily. So if you plug it in, the battery would overheat if it goes correctly.
What's the difference between?
It's just a connector. I realize that. I don't know. I'm a mechanical engineer, but so I'm not electrical.
We were going to test this on another battery.
Okay, yeah. If you want to test another battery.
Our biggest concern was making sure that having this plugged in doesn't somehow start running the motor. That was our big concern.
That could happen as well. I don't know.
But we still have this cut switch here, so it's a question of wiring it into the right spot. And my thought was that if you're normally just doing this anyway, and you just simply get connected like this, that this switch is still breaking the connection between the battery and the motor anyway.
Yeah.
The kill switch.
Yes.
So in theory, that sounds good. I'm going to have to legally say no. So I'm not going to take liability for that.
Can you just walk me through your circuit, just real quick in your head here?
Yeah.
Point to what you want to do.
Well, normally this would happen, and we were concerned that if we wired into this spot, which I'm pretty sure is true, that we would override the kill switch. So instead, I would kind of maybe pull off one like this end connector and just butt these into here and put it back on, so that this is essentially a unit. So it's got the plug coming off here, and we charge that when it's plugged in, but the kill switch will still stop any current from going.
Stop the current from getting to the motor. So if it's turned off with the kill switch and it's plugged into the wall, it's charging the battery. If it's turned on with the kill switch and it's plugged into the wall, it's running the battery. I mean, it's running the motor.
I would try to branch the wiring away so that this connection right here comes out of the back of the car like this with enough slack where as it's functioning, so what I would do is I have this also, this other end, with enough slack to come out. So this isn't here all the time. This is here, this end's here. We'll pretend this end is this end. This is outside the car. To run the car, the parent just goes like this, right? But what we're suggesting is, if this is both in the back, and it's kind of more like this, you give them some slack, then they can just unconnect this, and now they grab their charger and plug it in right there. And then just hide this section right here behind the little flap. We got foam over there, noodles.
Oh, that's another we could
So your
put in
barrier to entry would be a hole here, and then a cover. So while it's running, it just looks like this, without the charger, of course, to the motor. And then you lift the noodle, you disconnect this, you plug in your charger, it runs. Okay, that way you
That
don't.
was our other idea.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
kind
that's
of
the
wanted to see if
secondary
we could
plan.
build the charger in. It would have been
Right. I wouldn't build the charger in. Because, you know, it's an actual disconnect from motor to battery to charge battery.
Right.
I wouldn't try to wire in it's much trickier electronically to charge a battery that's already part of a circuit.
Well, the switch breaks the circuit, which is what the logic is there.
Right, but you're still applying that electricity to the same circuit.
Right.
We'd rather be two
that makes
separate
sense.
loops. Two separate.
Yeah, he does like lots.
But you
All
guys
right.
can use this.
Plan
Make that a
one.
So just,
Whatever it is.
I would say, you could lengthen this. If you need to lengthen this, both of them come out separate entities in the back, and then the parent can also feed this into this. But where this wires
We'll
come
need
out is
some wire
covered.
displays.
Yeah, and I like your idea of just putting it right in here.
All right, so let's go back to
But we're also running a little baby workshop today, which is we're modifying these right on cars for kids with disabilities who are immobile.
I will test try it in a separate circuit somewhere else. This is not bad.
Justin.
Do you want help for this? We're down to one viewer.
That which is what it always says.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And if you guys need to, like, if you're going to take a donor graft plastic one somewhere or something else, have a Dremel.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
If you
yeah.
need a strip to cover up everything you're working with,
Okay.
whatever your end kind of resolve is. Because I know we talked about the noodle.
I think what we're going to do is come out. We're going to come out through this housing here and just have it resting up on the flat. So it probably won't need much of a
Covering it up.
of a cover.
Maybe even just a little bit of a
We could put a right. Or so
oh, yeah, you can,
to minimize moisture coming up, kickback coming up
or
inside
even
of it.
just a piece of little piece of bubble on here, and then on
Oh,
there.
that's a good idea.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. Okay. How you doing?
So doing okay, Bruce?
Yeah.
So happy.
In your documentarian, are you comfortable with that so far?
Yeah.
You can put all your pictures on Google Drive. We need some soldering. Anyone do soldering? No?
like
That's your into your soldering.
I love soldering.
It's definitely.
We have a big mix.
I'm sorry. You have very good. Yes, you do. I was not.
So
There's a few college
This is what's going in here, right?
teachers.
yep, but you can't do that. You know what? We made it too long.
There's students from the student government, there's technology education majors, there's engineering majors. There's also the Crash School of Hartford. No, the Crash School. They're here with their teacher somewhere in the mix. And then we have.
Also, all for notching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you think if we just notch the back?
Because
Right here, right? Yeah, that would be a good idea.
we are campus so we're looking for these projects. So the minute I brought this up to the student government, they put
So are the kids that are looking at you
Okay. So we need.
They're kids.
From 11 to
4.5 years old, who are in mobile, have,
We need to cut.
so have the African.
Holes in the back here. Yes, we need to connect. What we're doing is, the plan.
So, like,
We're gonna extend these wires so that these two connectors
I don't know if
will
you
come
are
out
like,
through a hole right here
we're going to like.
into this space between the back. So they'll be out here. So you can unplug them and
Do you want it so that it's big enough that it can plug in the top? It should be good. And then we're gonna need to notch enough from that one. Oh, this is pretty narrow. 1 inch.
we will have it so that
It doesn't matter, yeah. I have to leave in like 5 minutes. Okay, so unless you start, it's like going like from there to there.
Right.
I just,
Yeah. So either it'll be so this one, the one that comes out is pointed this direction, and this one, so you can unplug them and then plug it in. But you'll need a little slack to be able to put it back.
right. Okay. Can we flip the card and do the other side? Okay.
Oh, bummer.
What?
Actually, pink.
I know, they didn't have any of those, but it's kind of a forum.
So I kind of did it
Yeah, we didn't
down
go all the way through. Yeah. So,
Just so you know, the instructions say to put the pool noodle here, but you're putting the kickboard with Velcro.
right.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to tell you guys. The instructions say something completely different.
Okay, so that's where the kickboard goes?
Yeah, you're putting it right here, and then it has like Velcro straps.
All right.
We just want to get
So
around
this,
over the part of
You mean 1 second?
Oh, do you want to drill first and then
Done.
we put the other one?
gentle, generous, truthful.
Alright, I'll help you drill that. Lisa?
That's what you want then.
So do we have to consider lining this up? Maybe we want to connect the back and then like I want a kid that can only 15 with the grades.
This is a red.
I know. I think it's about I like to fill in that. Kids
I don't, he said we want to keep this, because you just have to make sure you have stickers on here as a front. this because my second activity, first activity was the exercise. So it was actually, this was actually interesting. I'm learning how to like use a drill, kind of. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, they're kind of scary.
And then how important math is in here. So I got to measure which. They're like my thing, but if I had a choice, if I had to choose, then I would. I prefer to nursing. No, I think right, because I'm gonna. More than
It's still pretty cool. I mean, I don't know anything about it
my stepdad, I have my older brother, he's 17, he's 18, he's 25. And I have my mom's side, I have a little brother, he's 10. And I have a sister, he's 18. I know that I have 2 little sisters. And the oldest little sister, she's at home.
Hey, everybody, the girl that's back,
And then
come near the door.
there's like 13 other brothers the same age as my mom.
Thanks for helping.
You're welcome.
Ladies, yeah, it's up for like
Right back here. Tom, is there any chance you can you put on one side or the other? Try and put this on it so we can
Oh, yeah.
beforehand.
It worked pretty well before when I just pushed the thing up against it and you screwed it in. It worked well for me. Why didn't you use the screwdriver?
It doesn't have well, you have this little wrench here yeah, that's actually everything I know.
This is why we're trying to get the clothes outside, because you have to deal with all those things to get the batteries. This is why. Are we gonna be able to get the seat on?
Yes. Yeah, we can't put the seat on because you guys are still getting there yet.
Right.
Steve, class last meeting, they went to a team meeting, their team building class. They had to go twice to get their kids. You're good. No, you're doing good. And then the kids came in and took the bikes from the guys, so they got some. I think it's great. Right there's enough for our next sales meeting. We can teach them all.
You can run this, right? So what's your normal position?
I'm a wheelchair salesperson.
Okay.
So I see, well, I work for a manufacturer now, and I used to work for a dealer, so every day I would see engineers and inspect the equipment. Now I go and call to show people our chairs. But like the little power chair they showed you on the TV for a little on the screen, that was a little Carfield koala. And the other I think you're good.
Yeah, I see a lot.
So is that something that you work for a particular company?
I work for
Or a
Permaville.
vendor?
I work for a manufacturer.
Okay.
Permaville, I like
Okay.
power manual and seat.
So you're doing this to get to know your future.
No, it has a little bit of connection with this, so
Okay.
come on. And I guess before we finish, we should check, make sure we get the seat in.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. Sure.
We are modifying the right on persons with disabilities.
I mean, I don't see an issue with
We're starting to talk. Because I figured this actually really does need to be brought I did. I went
They're open to sharing.
There's a whole bunch of stuff over there. I went in inventory. I better read it. Alright, well that means more we're trying to pull the charging connections to the outside.
So,
Because it's going to be hard to
yeah,
see them.
that's all right.
Yeah, talk to, Justin.
Yeah, okay.
He has
Down
a,
the front,
he set it up so there's.
sink that down in.
Yeah, we're going to put it out through here.
Okay.
So it's going to come out and be sort of protected from the elements a little bit in between.
Oh, that makes a
In
lot of
this
sense.
right
Yeah,
here.
that's where I thought would be an idea.
We need the Dremel to get our
Well, that's
hole.
weird. You should run the wire.
Before we start it, why would that make any sense?
He,
So just out of the other side of the battery,
He also out of the battery. He drove through the whole system. Going that way.
We can,
Well, he
We
does
can
have a
motor
whole
it on the
system
right.
to go through.
we can get, if they have a Dremel, I can probably get
Tighten
it.
that one down.
Well, do we have?
Yeah.
Because
That
we're
one
gonna
still
do
looks
it
like
in
they're
here.
gonna get it.
Because we want it inside these ones. Between
Right,
those
right, but
ones.
we only.
I'd be able to do it. I wonder if you push and then see if I can go down on this.
Everything is, the connector has to get cut on
Is
that.
it just enough space to get in
So
there?
we can run all four wires through one hole.
But we have to get this actual connector.
You have to loosen it and put it on.
Right, but we don't have to. It's right here. You know?
We need to make this wire longer.
We don't?
It's right here.
That's
This
it.
way we didn't tighten it, just had to loosen it.
I mean, we can do it, but we don't have to.
Justin
But we
drove
can
the
also
whole
just cut a hole big enough to put
which actually, go look at.
Then you have a big.
Go look at Justin's, because actually,
Take it
it
up.
works.
So instead of sitting this way, laying back.
But do you have a problem cutting larger holes in things?
No, I don't have to. Yeah.
I can't see you around my noodle. Okay, good.
So this is not a line of seat. So we have some friction over the seat, zero gravity. Let's just show our so instead of things here. And then next, we'll take some out for
And now you have this cap right beside it too. It's gonna help us a lot.
Yeah, there's a.
What time is the kids coming?
2:30.
Okay.
Alright, so I need to find.
Because oh, it's going to be the opposite. You could just do your head.
So this one we have
Do we want to solder?
They're modifying the
Okay.
battery.
I gave him the other one back.
You don't have to take this one.
Right.
You want the solder that has wire connections? Can we spin this around so we can solder the wire?
Yeah, can I just take a little picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just have to remember to tighten those other 2 bolts down.
Anyway, if we're sitting.
We're trying to go like right next to where this.
Like right here?
Oh, maybe we can do I think so.
Weird how things that are getting conducted like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like seriously, when you start soldering, I don't know, I'm addicted to soldering now.
I find it.
I love it. It's like, well, electronics. Yeah.
I'm gonna test that theory right now.
Okay.
Apparently this will cut a hole in the plastic. Where do you want it?
Hey. Where do I want? Anywhere.
Do we want it higher up towards the top? Like even with the wires where the...
I don't think it really is going to matter. The hole should be as high as possible.
Okay.
And give slack in the wire.
Now,
Whenever you're ready.
it's warm. Why is it warm?
Friction does not cause heat.
As you're increasing friction, you approach absolute zero. That is a very...
I love this. Like, honestly, I was thinking of this for the speaker project.
Oh, yeah.
Just get my right to the surface
Right.
instead of having to jig them out.
Okay, now
It's like for an electrician.
I'm moving your copy over to the computer.
Tyler. I am gonna look at you.
Smile, you're on camera. Nobody's watching, but
This is just recording or no?
it's actually broadcasting. She's recording. Because we're modifying the wiring system, so we can plug it and unplug it from outside the car instead of having to pull the seat out to recharge the battery.
Yeah, they were gonna do that.
This group did that.
Where's the plug?
He's soldering it right now. And then
He's not wearing safety glasses.
he is not wearing safety glasses.
They're just the really small spec ones that you can't see.
We have plenty of them.
I'll go get some.
I want a picture of the team.
Oh no, we just.
No, we're not pretty. We gotta make it look pretty.
I like soccer. Better connection.
So,
I'm wired not in math.
we only had that one strip of the real life. There were some people that wanted zero.
Were there any more of those bigger wire nuts? I used the two that we had. Are there any more gray ones somewhere? They don't have these.
Did you tell them?
Dr. Miller?
Come here and get us. I didn't bring anything.
I brought you tea. No.
Take care. Oh, we have monsters. All right. That's better. I mean, we're
What I told her.
That's
No, I have my students.
I'm not saying you, I'm saying like.
We right now have John Pink, but whatever.
Well, that's different. There was also.
All right, we're done soldering, right?
No. Yes.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yes.
So who's on the other end?
Right now, probably no. The maker series, and my classes are in there today. That's what the assumption was. All right.
Well, who's on the other line right now? Is it me? Bob or is it?
That one viewer?
That's just me, I think. One viewer is.
Yeah, so you don't have to have a car. You didn't have to coordinate with Bob.
That'd be boring. Where am I gonna put a feed for it?
Yeah.
Don't broken.
That was the other idea. Right, that's what we got. We both of them, so it's sick.
This is the one.
It's a little different doing doctor
So, Tom, can I have this?
Or we can just acknowledge that another may not be strong enough to handle that load. This is a tough connection to put out anyway.
Right, but that's why the hook right now.
Soldering complete.
If it's Velcro, it won't.
That's the size.
Do we have to get like permission?
Battery
This
size.
I got it because they're already licensed to sell.
Right, so they were purchase items.
Yeah.
My understanding was that they were totally different.
I didn't know.
Right.
Sorry to eavesdrop. I was just gonna say, they're having everyone do the exact same thing, and then afterwards to the same job. So we're basically doing the same thing. Like everyone's getting the understanding of how to do it, I think, and then whatever special things you have to change. That's what I was.
I don't know how. Sometimes I plan to do this.
Like we only got left with like.
So that's on. We want to take the electrical tank, just cover up the small truck, hold both sides, take the truck from the side. Alright, so we're good.
I'm going electric on
This modification is done.
What are you doing?
I'm making an electric on the It's to be a complete car. It looks super
Because of the choice, it
Yeah, like I'm looking through the whole of other students, and it seems like they also have it, like because they're having the same issue.
Why they give it
It's the same issue.
Those are the names that
I thought that was no, like, we're just gonna have to add.
Yeah, I thought it was just
under 30, maybe
That's what was like, I didn't know how to.
Are you guys done? Flip it, because we have to type it a couple more.
Yeah, if we, are you trying to put it up there?
I need to flip it the other side. I have to get to this, the head of this folder.
Okay. You want to do it like this, and then I can just tighten this up, or I can also just do this
This side, I think, is the type.
I'm just gonna go on.
Yeah. Somewhere. There had been a little clip here, and you go to put wires through.
I think the wire is scratched.
We don't
Is
have
this
a
part
little
of the
sleeper.
design?
No, that came from somewhere.
And I think he was saying that originally they were extra support, needing extra support by specific students. Yeah, I don't think they needed it.
There's also in that bag, if you have that little bag, there's covers for these kids.
We work with a couple companies actually.
That's pretty compact.
Yeah.
So that, this has to
Oh, we need a picture of that. You tidied that up nicely there, Mr. Manning. You have our camera available again.
All this donation, donation, you're doing that creative process. And so the money goes straight back to that. That's a bit. Like my parents study X and Y. And it's you can't hack your toy on the side. I'm not gonna get like
I didn't take any.
donation money allows me to
Oh, that holds the battery. I figured it out.
but just kept running. I hate just not throwing it in my bag
You
saying,
can go to Harvard for money.
you know,
Most went to Harvard for a lot of money.
That was not for nothing.
Right.
we tried it.
Finally paid
Which
them
one?
off.
Oh, yeah.
What's up?
I'm trying to figure out which both sides we tightened down and which ones we.
This one is just to hold and then tighten up.
Yeah, I know. I just don't remember which ones we just tightened.
And are we ready to
This one is the tighten.
You can
That
see
one's not
them?
tighten. This one has a nut cap on it.
Yeah, I just put that on. Can you hold the inside of that with those? And I'll see if I can tighten this on the outside here.
It probably will be easier for me to tighten.
Can you do that?
Hold that, yeah.
It's a lot. I'd rather do something.
I did. I just got poked in the eye too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I kind of moved my head right into your hand as you were going.
So you put yourself on it.
I didn't quite. I saw it in time.
All of a sudden,
We don't get lunch until 8.
Power racers, these are power racers.
You good?
Almost. And tighten some more. It's far easier to tighten with something that actually is comfortable. Also, do we have a second set of nuts to lock these down?
I don't think so. I mean,
It's well loosened then.
It'd be kind of good actually.
we can go, I think they have one.
They're just quarter-inch.
That's actually,
Right, right. I want you to do it like it's not a transaction. It's no effort. What we like to say is real design.
Before we put these on, we should see if there's any more.
But the concept in the real world,
Did you find the other group?
no. We gradually found one.
I don't see it. No, right here.
We either have it or we don't.
Were those the screws that were figured out? Earlier? I'm locking that.
We wouldn't want to do that. We still want to make modifications.
Yeah, we don't
Well,
want to lock it
they're
yet.
not locked.
That's not super glue.
Okay. Super glue.
I think we want to tighten this up. I don't know if you put them in and things are loose.
Oh, these are super annoying. I'm gonna just start this process and then hit them for if we have to later. This is gonna take minutes.
Yeah, I'm not doing that right now.
Where might that screw have gone?
Hold on. Let's keep these off for now, because if we have to take these off, I'm not tightening these yet.
Okay.
And then those won't go on at all.
Still have to tighten this one. I think you have to make sure it's not tight before you put somebody in it, just for.
Oh, I agree. The initial one is tight. The ones that I'm trying to put on now will keep them tight.
Okay. This one is going to do this one here. I have no way.
And do you want to turn your computer screen off? Draining your battery.
We're losing a lot of energy.
We just use the other screwdriver or the other set of pliers that tightened it.
Say, hey, we're solving the same hypothesis, same research question.
Do we think that the second screw is hidden somewhere internally? Remember our first problem this morning? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to take the bolts off this so we can pull the wheels.
Before on the other side, we just use this here. And then it's in it, yeah.
Maybe find this.
I think it's not that
There's not enough room to get that other piece in there because it's right up against it.
Yeah, that's not gonna hold very hard.
We did it on the other side. Seriously.
One of my advisors, she actually, you know, corporate notes, right? So she wrote the book with
Beautiful.
Everything I've learned, everything I've done, learning that creative process. And show us something, which I do with my students as well in the lab, is which is they're using chemicals and materials and fiber strands, right? Same process works for anybody's topic. And there's no ideas to resource ideas. So one might be, we all get note cards, right? We all have a great idea, and yeah, that's you see my idea, and you write something new. That's the cycle of time. The first 10, you all get the same answers, right? Then your brain starts to actually work. You start thinking outside the box. But how many things can we do with a break? Let's just say build a house. Your boss can say, you know, eat it. Yeah. But what? You want to put that boundary saying I can't eat some bread. You're already restricting yourself. You know what I mean? What? Break that barrier and see where it leads to. It's the process. The process. They don't follow the social media problem.
What's that?
Oh, the one that's in the skirt.
Yeah, that's annoying.
And maybe one of them said, I went around school like now. They wrote the whole piece, figured out the actual.
Yeah, that's
Because I was told that, and I guess at the time, it wasn't. I stopped questions and like that word or that. They had their mind which harder, even if encourage it.
I tried to.
Right, but I can't, it's hard even when I try to.
The movement aspect of
Right.
But like you said, you know, a lot of these adults, they say, I can do that. I want to do that child there.
Oh, gravity. We're on top of the computer and I can't push that. Gravity.
In our development.
That's what they call that. It's gravity. That's gravity. Right, exactly. And it works, and it's not totally inaccurate, like very good source.
That is still like indicated like brainstorming sessions, we have to get all these numbers. We'll have one person per idea, right? And then one thing that you have like someone like me, right? You're like an expert in design, right? So I might be aggressive on thoughts and take on the whole conversation. What we do is everyone shuts down, no one talks. And have all these ideas on one side. Three of us have to organize these thoughts in groups by some topic without communicating with each other. We're already eliminating things. So me and you can't communicate, we figure out which two match. And you get a completely different set of groups. Discuss each other.